And it is time for our weekly market monitor, who is betting on continued growth in e-commerce in the new year. He has names that he says you'll want to own for the next 3 to 5 years. This is his first time on Nightly Business Report. We welcome Dryden Pence. He's Chief Investment Officer at the Pence Wealth Management. Good to see you, Dryden. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Good to see you, Bill. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. And let's start with your first pick, which is Apple. Very much in the news, caused the big sell-off yesterday. They see a slowdown in iPhone sales, especially in China, and the stock has just been tanking since October. You like it? Why?
Well, we like it, particularly at these levels. We like it because I think people underestimate a couple things. Obviously, it's a China story, but that's China only. And trade wars in, trade drifts in, and I think that we'll see a rapid recovery from that. But what we really like about Apple is how it has changed and is changing. It's increased its service-style business, $37 billion. That's bigger than, that's the revenues. It's bigger than Netflix and Adobe combined and Salesforce combined. And then you also have to recognize the value of their cash. If you just took the interest earned on the cash that Apple has, that's equivalent to the sales of, they'd be the 153rd largest company in the S&P, just on the cash they're holding alone. So they have these two big things that make them very strong.
All right. Now let's go to Amazon. Of course, when you think of e-commerce, Amazon is the clear leader there, but it has also suffered recently. I guess, do you like it more now because it has come down a bit?
Absolutely. Roughly 50% of all of the e-commerce trade or searches start on Amazon one way or the other. We had a huge Christmas season. Online shopping is the most fastest growing part of retail commerce, and Amazon clearly dominates that. And we think for the longest of time, as consumers, more people making more money than ever before, consumers are going to spend more money on e-commerce, and Amazon is going to get the lion's share of that activity.
And finally, Visa, and I'm curious about this one because this is a very competitive business if you're talking about electronic payments. There are a lot of companies out there, including Apple Pay and PayPal and others, that are competing with the likes of Visa to be a part of this industry. Why do you like this one in particular?
They're absolutely dominant. They have 60% of the U.S. market and market in Europe. And you really can't do an online trade without using Visa or MasterCard or PayPal, one of those. And they're absolutely dominant in that space. So we think that as more people buy online, they're going to continue to use Apple, use Amazon, use Visa or companies similar to that. You just can't do a transaction without it.
Well, you're definitely going with the brand names in those categories, that's for sure. Dryden Pence with the Pence Wealth Management. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Bill. Appreciate being here.
You bet. And to read more about his picks, you can head to our website at nbr.com.